Hello! We're here, finally. A little bit of scuff, unfortunately. The game wanted an update in order to start, which, you know, I was like, whatever, it's a small update. Unfortunately, they just then stopped responding. And eventually got it working, which is why we now see it below me here. But yeah, so we are finally on to God of War. So, when I say God of War, I mean the original release from 2005? That sounds about right. So, yeah, we're finally onto the original God of War, the one that started the series, the one directed by David Jaffe. It's the only one he ever directed. He's the creator of the series, and it's the only one he's ever directed. But yeah, so we're finally onto this one. How we'll go, who knows? Because again, this was the very first game, so a lot of the quality of life improvements that we had in Ascension, which was like the 5th game at that point, because I believe one of the PSP games came out first. It's either the 4th or 5th, but a lot of the quality of life stuff we've had in the last 2 games, timeline-wise anyway, were not present in this one. So this is a very rough game by comparison. Not necessarily a bad, just it's doing things a very special sort of way that it was aiming for. God of War 2 sort of refined a lot of it, and then by the time we got to God of War 3 on the PlayStation 3, they sort of perfected all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, so we're going to jump into it. So let me swap to the full screen here. Now, again, this is a full thing, so there's no... Let's see if we can go options. There we go, full frame. Normal, because we're not worried about things.
The gods of Olympus have abandoned me.
Now, this is where we ended up at the end of the last game. We fell off Helios' chariot after restoring the sun god.
And Kratos cast himself from the highest mountain in all of Greece. After 10 years of suffering, 10 years of endless nightmares, it would finally come to an end. Death would be his escape from madness. But it had not always been this way. Kratos had once been a champion of the gods.
Foul beast! I will send you back to the depths of Hades!
Alright, when we get in, we'll pause it just so we can explain story. Okay, yeah, we know how to power up. So, at the end of the last game, which was Chains of Olympus, we had re-confined Atlas, the Titan, having him hold up the world, which fits in the mythology. And then Helios' chariot came back to life. Kratos somehow got on board. Who the hell knows how? It was never explained. And then eventually he found himself flung off. And just before he was about to smack into the cliff, we just saw him on Athena, who's the goddess who keeps kind of, oh, Kratos, if you do this one more thing, or we really need you, Kratos, that sort of person. She saved him, literally like a foot from smacking into the ground, and then stole all the powerful stuff that we had. So why we're now, 3 weeks earlier, not on that cliff, we'll get into that when we get through the story. But yeah, that's where we got up to at the end of the last game storyline-wise. Obviously, this is a sequel to that one timeline-wise, but this is the original, so the other one had to fit its narrative to match up where this game started. So we'll see how it goes in the long run. Let me just move the microphone back a little bit. There we go. But yeah, we are I'm gonna drop a mark down there. So the problem that we have now is that, yeah, we know how to attack. We were just doing it. It didn't. Again, because we've already done this. Like, we've done two sets of tutorials, and the game doesn't really change until the reboot. Very little is required in terms of learning things. Oh no, more undead soldiers. What are we? R2, okay. Oh, God. So in... oh, bloody hell. In Ascension, it was R1. In Chains of Olympus from the PSP, it was Circle. And now it's R2, so... bear with me while we, adjust to this new way of interacting with the world. Press circle to initiate the minigame when it appears above an enemy's head. And this is where we have to remember to press the bloody buttons in the right order. See, I press circle then. And see, this is one of the things I was talking about, like, quality of life-wise. Yeah, I know. In the past two games, the circle would always reappear, if you messed up. Whereas in this game, and I think 2 does it as well, it requires you to rebattle them again to get to that point. Something that this game sucks at, though, is there's balance beams. Quickly press X to pull ourselves up. Because Lord knows Kratos is useless on a balance beam. See, the problem is because of the bizarre camera angles, you can never quite tell from beam to beam if you're centered or not. Alright, let's see, what orbs have we got? 191, and we need 1500 to level up the Blades of Chaos, which is fine. We'll get there eventually.
Stay away from me.
I know who you are, Spartan. I know what you've done. I would rather die than be saved by you.
Fair enough. Hey, a chest full of red orbs. This won't give us a lot. This will maybe give us 50. Gave us 100 or so. I mean, which is not bad. But it's not quite the number we were hoping for. The problem is I can't see half the enemies, so I'm just now literally button mashing, trying to work out where the hell I'm aiming. There we go. Oh. I do apologize if the button presses do come through when I'm doing that. Unfortunately, repetitive button presses like that are hard to avoid on the microphone that's sort of right in front of me. Oh. And he runs away. Yet again. I can't remember which one's the good one. Well, the other one's the one to progress, so that's clearly the good one. No, it's not. Okay. I think the game's just messing with us. It is quite humorous, the amount of, you know, places in this world that, you know, enemies just spawn in. Oh, you went too close to a giant statue. You know, the Fury turns into a Kraken and devours everyone. Oh, you happen to sail through this part of the sea. Have fun dealing with the Hydra. Apparently I didn't even get a prompt to pull myself up that time. We should have a good number of orbs now, right? 1,500, 500. Oh, I can't speak. Alright, let's go slowly. I think God of War 2 has a bunch of these as well, but I don't recall them in 3 and onwards. It just, unfortunately, they're just not entertaining. Let's go this way. I believe it's a chest. See? Unfortunately, whereas the last 2 games very much treated the red orbs like M&Ms and they were just everywhere, this game's very stingy with them. Like, we managed to upgrade every item in the last game by the end of it, right? I'm not sure how that happened, but sure. So yeah, we got all the items upgraded by the end of the last one. I don't think I've ever upgraded everything in this God of War. Because again, it was very particular for what it wanted to do. And it was very eager to do it its way. But it's like Assassin's Creed, the first one.
It's you! The visions, they were real! The gods came to me, told me their champion would come and rescue us from the Hydra. But you're too late! We're pinned down! These creatures, they came from nowhere. The ships are all destroyed. All hope is lost, Spartan. Even for you.
In the head. Yes, I know how to save the game. So what I was going to say, I honestly can't remember now. Yes, we will create new save data. Because again, this is the PlayStation 3 HDified version of the PS2 game, which is unfortunately why it's not in, you know, full screen. That's why there's black bars across the top. Oh, that's right. We've got to take the bloody chest. Yeah, thank you. Where are we? Orbs. 600. I'm just trying to think. So 600 orbs per level on this. At the moment, anyway. Which is fine. So we need 1500, so we need to be in level 3 at least. very wide hitboxes on this thing, apparently. Whoop. It's the same problem that I had in the last game. Hey! Oh god, 6 of them. The last game it was 5. Sometimes, like, you know, he doesn't stop when you're, you know, not pressing buttons. So if you activate a combo, he just keeps going. Oh, something Zeus related because it's, you know, a lightning bolt. Then again, it could be Harry Potter, who knows?
Lord Poseidon.
Kratos, before you reach Athens, there is a task you must complete. This beast, this Hydra, it has terrorized my seas for far too long. Your skills are admirable, but you will need assistance. You will need the power of the gods. Take this weapon, Kratos. Take this power and use it to defeat your enemies.
The hilarity of the fact that Poseidon is giving... It was a lightning bolt, it was issued with lightning, and it's not a lightning-based attack, it's Poseidon's rage.
Go with the gods, Kratos. Go forth in the name of Olympus.
Okay. Oh, still not dead apparently. There we go. Yes, I would like to save. How did you know? The plan obviously is to stream for 2 hours, but it is very hot still. It's 32 outside at the moment. Unfortunately, a little ways up the road from where I live is massive bushfire. So they are doing a lot of stuff to fight that. Unfortunately, the byproduct of the wind blowing towards where I live from where the bushfire is that there is a hell of a lot of smoke blowing over my town. Which unfortunately means there is a lot of, you know, the smell in the air. So I've had to close all the windows to keep the smell out. So there's no fresh air sort of blowing through. Kratos is like, I need that key. There are women to be saved. I like that it's the captions have determined I said served, not saved. Oh, I did mean to activate it twice then. Oh, you stop trying to eat me, you little shit. Okay, that was my fault. I didn't jump that time. have some lightning. Okay, we'll assume he's kaputty. You get some lightning. So the game's pretty good, and when you block at the right time, oh, I'm behind everything. Let's not be behind the wall. When you block at the right time, you parry whatever the attack is. Can't tell what's happening. We've now made a giant spike. And when we knock him down again, we should be able to give him something to chew on that's not Kratos-sized. Bastard changed direction at the last second. I saw that coming. I actually didn't mean to hit lightning then. I was like, that's not going to be helpful, he's too far away. The problem is we don't do a lot of damage to him this way. Because, you know, Hydras have a lot of regenerative abilities. The myth obviously being that, you know, there's many heads into a Hydra, you cut one off, it just regrows. It's too far away. Well, let's see what we do here. How to do it.
Help me! God, help me!
Thank you! Thank the gods you came back for me!
I didn't come back for you.
Hey, we got a key. I'm normally used to finding keys in games where there's, you know, a treasure chest. It's a Zelda reference, by the way. Yes, we know there's a giant bloody zip line up the top. Cool, let's well, we don't really need to do that, but let's... Yay, another Gorgon Eye. 0 health equals bronze trophy. I don't know what that trophy's supposed to be. Alright, so we still need another 500 odd. Oh, that's not... Thank you. From memory, it, as I say, it takes us ahead of the where the guys were with the crate. The only reason I'm killing these guys is because they do give red orbs. And they are very helpful for when we have to upgrade. Because as I said earlier, this game is not known for being generous with its orbs. There we go. Now I believe when we unlock the door, we can press circle to use some vitality. How is it raining when there's a roof over us? I don't know.
Slaughtered like animals, the victims lay before him, a reminder of his own past, a past he could never escape. His only solace was the sea, endlessly sailing from one
The woman
harbor
that was
to the next,
cackling
in
then,
service to the gods
the old
of
lady
Olympus.
who's
All his
narrating.
hopes rested with them. For no matter how much wine he consumed or how many
nudity.
women he took to his bed, nothing on earth could rid him of the horrors that plagued his mind.
That one there. That's Gaia. And Gaia is the one narrating.
10 years, Athena. I have faithfully served the gods for 10 years. When will you relieve me of these nightmares?
We request one final task of you, Kratos.
See? Told
Your
you.
greatest challenge awaits in Athens, where even now my brother Ares lays siege as we speak. Athens is on the verge of destruction. It is the will of Ares my great city fall. Zeus has forbidden the gods from waging war on each other. That is why it must be you, Kratos. Only a mortal trained by a god has a chance at defeating Ares.
And if I am able to do this, to kill a god, then the visions, they will end?
Complete this final task, and the past that consumes you will be forgiven. Have faith, Kratos. The gods do not forget those who come to their aid.
Notice she didn't say that they'd be taken
Leaving
away.
the
I think she
rotting
said they'd be
carcass of the
forgiven.
Hydra behind, Kratos set sail once more. His greatest challenge and freedom from his growing madness lay before him in the ancient city of Athens.
Yeah, we can
Come back to
regain
bed, Kratos.
vitality. Which is it here?
Stay, Kratos.
One of them. I don't remember which one
Come
it is.
back to bed.
Oh, there it is. And the reason to do this is because we do get a bunch of red orbs. See? Has that given us enough? Not quite. We're almost ready to upgrade our Blades of Chaos. Yes, we would like to save. We can go back and wrestle some more. However, it doesn't actually do anything a second time, so, you know. No real reason to do so. It's like, who's piloting the ship? Who's steering the ship?
Destroy Ares.
See, destroy Ares and the gods will forgive your past. So yes, that's not, you know, take away the visions, which is what Kratos is asking for. From memory, obviously she's lying. But from memory, it is, you know, oh, if you forgive yourself, you may forget or something at the end of this. Almost. Okay, so maybe it's not one level for 600, because we're almost at completed a level 4 and we're not at 1500 yet, so maybe it's 300 per level. Or 400 per level, sorry. Man, who knew the ancient Greeks had giant elevators? And then by the time we get to space in Mass Effect, we have absolutely no elevators that can move any sort of speed.
Look out! No! No! Stay away from me!
I mean, I know it's scripted, but that pisses me off in movies. Like when something's falling, people will run. Whoop. You know, they run in a straight line away from things that are falling. It's like you do realize if you ran to the side, you wouldn't have this problem, but no, they never do. They always run in a straight line because that's what people think is awesome on camera. It's like, no, it's not the case at all. It's a really weird looking Minotaur. This is another problem with the series as a whole. Yes, thank you. I knew when I hit level 5 I would, but let me fight this guy first. The problem with the series is it just keeps spawning in enemies. It's like, oh, you have to have a big fight here, and it's like, not really space for a big fight, but sure. We'll drain all our orbs. Yay, now we have actual attacks. This is one. Poseidon's Rage.
Let the
1650.
rage of the gods drive your blades, Kratos.
Yeah, no, we're fine. Thank you. Very warm in here right now.
Joe! Have reinforcements arrived? Ares has brought these beasts to Athens! Without help, the city will fall! Gates destroyed! You'll have to fight another way.
I'll be honest, the guy that went, without help, the city will fall. That sounded a lot like Rob Paulson to me. Hey. Gotta remember to watch for the button presses. Another one. Right, there was another chest all the way back over here that we will go and get. Oh. I mean, we'll open it because we're not coming back this way, but... I just saw the chest before when we came up the elevator. I didn't see that it was a green chest. I thought it was a white one. Through the gate you see a bridge that leads to Athens, but the gate has been damaged beyond repair. It will never function again. There must be another way to get around and onto the bridge. I believe this is just an invisible wall. Oh, no, chest. Always good to check corners. No, not that. Oh. Bloody hell, Kratos. Right, let's do this one before we climb back up again. Look, an exit. It's fine. Excuse me. No, okay, I thought we could go that way, but it seems we cannot. Oh yes, this ledge is so narrow, we really, really have to hug the wall to get across. Oh. platforming, unfortunately, it was never Kratos' thing. You know, complete rage and you know, slaughtering, 100% his thing. What the hell was that? But yeah, platforming, you know, we've established that already with the balancy beam sections. Let me see if I can just walk off instead of trying to jump. Maybe that's doing me in. Okay, I'm not sure how I did that, but whatever. Look, we're floating. Our legs are so strong we can hold ourselves up with one leg in the air. Yeah, we don't need that. What else is in here that we can get before we trigger a boss fight or fight of some kind?
Aphrodite.
Kratos, the gods are pleased with your progress, but your current skills will not be enough to defeat the minions of Ares. I offer you the power to freeze your enemies where they stand.
It's a weird power for Aphrodite to offer. A Medusa. Technically it's a Gorgon, because there was only ever one Medusa, but...
Medusa, the queen of the Gorgons. Bring me her head, Kratos, and I will give you the ability to wield its power.
Yeah, you can't break me. Oh my god, get close. Rotate the left stick to match the pattern displayed above Medusa's head. Decapitating Medusa will always yield magic orbs, which are blue. So blue orbs.
Freeze and destroy them all with Medusa's gaze, and the power of the Gorgon will be yours.
Hold down L2 to aim Medusa's gaze, while pressing square to fire. Freeze and smash all Minotaurs to progress.
In the name of Olympus.
We're getting decimated in the background while she talks. Alright, well, we need health, not magic. But we will change off Medusa's gaze. As interesting as it is, it's a little bit too... a little bit too uneven because you're still exposed is one word for it. From memory, okay, it's fine. I'm gonna save it. I'm literally melting sitting here right now. Unfortunately, I've got the fan on the computer to keep the computer cold, so it's not on me. And the other fan is on the PlayStation, keeping it cold or cool, you know. It is thankfully dropping in temp, which is good. You know, it's 35 when I started. It's now 29, so it's a nice drop. It is, however, just one of those things where we don't really have a choice. It's very hard to stream while it's so hot. So we'll end here for this week. We're back on Monday. Monday is meant to be quite a bit cooler, thankfully. What are we looking at Monday? Yeah, 22 is the maximum. I did chuckle. Tomorrow, the high is a few degrees higher than today's lowest, which is always funny for me. Always funny to see, I should say. But yeah, we'll be back Monday with more of God of War, the first original game. The first game in the series, the one that started it all. The Ascension walkthrough, the Ascension playthrough is all up on YouTube. The Chains of Olympus playthrough will all be uploaded over the weekend, so look forward to that. Obviously, I have to plug the site. We did a lot of stuff today for the Nintendo Direct, the Elden Ring trailer, something else in there. All the Xbox stuff. So, you know, Hi-Fi Rush coming to PlayStation in March. Sea of Thieves hitting PlayStation, both PlayStation 5, I should say, but Sea of Thieves hitting PlayStation 5 in April 30th to be exact. Pentiment and Grounded, both hitting Switch, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5. Grounded obviously also having cross-play across all its versions. So Xbox, PC, Switch, and PlayStation can all play Grounded together. It is an online game, so you do need an active subscription on each of the consoles to play it. So there's that little restriction, but yeah, a lot of stuff. There's still a lot of reviews to come. We just put out our Sea of Thieves, Skull and Bones, the other pirate game. We just put that review out, you know, a couple of hours ago. We have another review going live tonight. It's one of those ones where I can't tell you what it is until it's live, but we have one going up tonight. What else is coming up? We've got a review for new SteelSeries keyboard, a review for the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, which should be up in the next day or so. Tomb Raider Collection reviews coming, Splatoon review coming. So much content on its way. So yeah, look forward to all that. MaxiGeek.com is where it is, maxi-geek.com or maxigeek.au, MaxiGeek without a hyphen there. Obviously, we are Australian, so we have the Australian domain. But yeah, it's been fun playing this one again. I remember this one so much better than the others because when I bought my PlayStation 3, I bought the day one model for $1,000. And I had bought, because we got it a few months after it launched in other parts of the world. So I had bought online from a place called Oz Game Shop when they were really good price-wise. But I had bought F1 like 2012, maybe was that year. Who knows? Or 2007, something like that. But I had bought that and Resistance. And once I finished Resistance, I was like, oh, I've got nothing to play on my PlayStation 3 because, you know, obviously games weren't as frequent on new hardware back then as they are sort of today. And I didn't own a PS2 when it first came out because I wasn't a PlayStation person. But I thought, you know what, I'll pick up, you know, a couple of PS2 games because they were pretty cheap and the PS3 I had backwards compatibility. So I ended up with God of War 1, 2, Shadow of the Colossus, and something else. I can't remember what the other one was. But yeah, had a good time with them then. I'm a massive Greek mythology buff, so these games always appeal to me for that. Obviously, they're not, you know, direct adaptations of the stories. You know, same as that Hades from Supermassive isn't a direct Supergiant isn't a direct adaptation of the lore, but it's, their own take on it. So yeah, I enjoy the series, and we'll be back on Monday to pick this one up. There we go. I can speak again. We'll be back, as I said, on Monday. Look for us online across the Friday and the weekends. We have more content coming out. But until we see you online next time, happy gaming.